pricing on parts and stuff. So like where I can share screen, so I can, you know, so it'll be easier to show those things.
Mm-hmm.
So if that works, I think that's
I'm hanging up.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Brenda. Bye-bye. Okay.
It looks like,
Sue.
yep, Sue's trying to get in there. Hi, Wolfgang. How are you?
Okay. All right.
Hi, Wolfgang. Hi, Sue.
Hi. I was sitting there watching the news.
Oh, don't do that. Ruin yourself. Oops, I just clicked off by accident. So, Sue, do you have anything that you want to share tonight that you have ideas for?
I don't really have any ideas. I thought we were going to share new equipment, show what we got new.
Well, it's to show, give ideas for Christmas lists. So like I'm going to show like a stretchy camera strap, and Kris has some new like little software things you can add to your software, and you know, people just whatever you want to show that's something people might want to put on their Christmas list or think about, you know, that kind of thing. And it can be big or little. We're looking for something to have a meeting on because we hadn't heard from Doug yet. So Kris came up with this idea, which I thought was really good. And we're just kind of round robin. So like you can talk about something, I'll talk about something, Kris will talk about something, you know, and as people come on, we can run through our different, you know, but kind of then everybody can go, oh, I've got something I could show them, and they could, you know, jump on and show that. And then in between, I'm going to put in a little bit of the news that we've got lots of different meeting news. So
Yeah, I was thinking today, what I really need is a new tripod, but that's a lot of money probably. So
yes, but I'm going to share the Platypod. Yeah, that. And so
what's it called?
A Platypod. I'm going to show the pricing and everything on it. And you just put a tiny little head on it, and it holds your camera, and then you can put it low on the ground. So in nature, you can get a nice low shot, or it comes with straps to go on the tree.
That's neat.
And I'm going to show, I've got a picture that I shot that you couldn't have gotten without a Platypod. That example. They're really great like in churches, because you can't walk in with a tripod, but you can drop a Platypod on the floor and shoot. And I shot at like the Cincinnati Art Museum with a Platypod. They didn't stop me, but they would stop me with a tripod.
Right. Oh, that's neat.
So
that's a nice art museum.
yes, it is. Tomorrow I'm going to the Dolly Art Museum in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Oh, wow.
And there's a big Van Gogh exhibit there that I'm really anxious to see. And then over to the Chihuly Museum.
Oh my, that sounds fun.
Yeah, so we're hoping that the turistas aren't out, you know, it's still slow season in Florida. It's all controlled by tickets, so we're assuming no one will be in there and everybody will be spaced and wearing masks. And so if not, we're walking.
Yeah, yeah. How's your back, Kris?
Oh, we've had an interesting time of things. Basically what happened was I popped one side of my pelvis out of joint.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that's painful.
Oh, I guess.
Like break out your Lamaze breathing, painful.
Wow. So what were you doing that you popped it out?
Well, I think Kate and I, she didn't get injured from it, which is a miracle. But we were in a bad car accident in June. Some guy T-boned our van and crunched in the whole middle of the van and totaled our van. Still dealing with trying to finish up all the stuff with that. So I was not real active this summer because I was injured from that. I had my knee was messed up, pulled muscles in my back, and whiplash.
Yeah.
So I think I had a lot of muscle mass loss, like core and back strength because of that. And you know, if you're sitting around because you don't feel good, then everything gets kind of tight. And I think
Tell me about it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you would know, right, with your hip.
Yeah.
So,
now I got to get the other one done.
You'll be double bionic.
Yep. I just got to figure out how long I can take it.
Setting off metal detectors in airports everywhere. Don't trust that Sue lady. She's a ninja.
That's right. Yeah.
So yeah, I think I just overdid it. We were trying before Thanksgiving to do like a big get rid of a bunch of stuff and donate it. And my daughter had a couple days off and I got all overzealous and was doing too much. And so I literally don't have any. I was, you know, snowboarding. I tried a Groupon for skydiving. Like, I don't have any good story.
I like that, though.
Injured myself with cardio cleaning. So
Cleaning will do it. That's how my hip started last year. I was cleaning.
well, yeah, and you know, women, like, once you get rolling, you're like, oh, this is great. Let's get rid of this. Pack that up. Take that box out to the vehicle. We're getting rid of this stuff, and yeah, need to remember that, you know, I had like 3 months of that with the accident, and then I had hand surgery and had to stay put so I could have my hand up in the air. So 2020 has just been
Yeah.
not good.
In many ways.
So
So what's your new goodie that you're going to talk about tonight?
Got lots.
me,
Jim's waiting to come in. Am I,
Oh.
good. I'm good. I'm co-hosting for him.
yeah,
Oh, Jim said he had something, didn't he?
Yep.
I have several things. Let me see if I can do a show screen.
Want to show him yet? We don't want to see him twice.
Not rename.
Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Oh, Sue, I didn't see you there too.
Okay, can we see my screen?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Amazon?
Amazon. I'm gonna share my most embarrassing thing and then we can just move on.
You're not going to wait to get a bigger crowd?
No. So we'll just get it out of the way. Since joining the club, I have discovered that I really love going out and doing outdoor photos, and even though it's not really my specialty, I'm trying and just enjoying it. But what is not enjoyable is when you're a female and you get out to Eagle Marsh and you're out in the nowhere land or whatever, or one of the parks, Fox Island, whatever, and you gotta pee. Not good. So, so this is my thing to share. My number one thing to share is a thing where women can stand up and pee.
Have you tried this?
It's like a glorified funnel. Yes, I have, and I was just cracked up laughing the very first time I ever used it. I felt like, I've joked with some photographer friends, I felt like a 4-year-old boy. Like, this
But
is
they work.
great. This is
They
the best thing ever. It works great.
Great photo accessory.
So
Yeah.
it goes everywhere with me in my camera bag because you get out in the woods and there's just nowhere for a woman to take care of business.
Well, you won't catch poison ivy on your rear end that way either.
Exactly. Yeah. And I've done like photo shoots and came home and had poison ivy on, you know, my ankle or the side of my arm where I got into the bushes or whatever. But yeah, so it looks kind of expensive at $27, but priceless when you're out and about and got to take care of business. And it folds up like super, super small. It's got like a little makeup pouch thing that comes in. It's Tinklebell, Belle. And what's cool about it is this is it going sideways. And this is hard plastic. And this is silicone. And that part folds up inside it. And it just goes in this little makeup type pouch.
Mark, you don't want to know. Just pretend you haven't got
Yeah. But now if I'm out and about, I don't have to cut my trip short out in the woods if I have to do my business.
Now I've seen it all.
Anyway.
Let's put a different screen up.
Yeah. All right, so let me see here, controls wise, how we can do
Oh, sure.
somebody else. Oh, there's plenty of people on here now that got to hear me talking about having to pee in the woods. Great.
I do.
It's a lot harder, as my father always used to say. As a woman, you can do anything you want except pee at a picnic. And so you can be a doctor, whatever, but you just peeing at a picnic behind a tree doesn't work for you. That is accurate. So Mark, are you going to have some things to share?
Sure.
He left us. Wow, look at that lens cabinet. Whoa, I'm having lens envy, Mark.
Since we were doing show and tell,
Yep.
Wow, I've got serious lens envy on that pile there.
I've gotten a little ridiculous the past few years. Things
Well,
like
Jim,
that.
you just can borrow one from that gun cabinet there for your trip to Antarctica. Hi, Jerry.
How's it going?
Good.
Who's got a gun cabinet?
You got a gun cabinet there. All that lenses back there. It's like
Oh.
a trophy case.
I was wanting to see somebody's gun cabinet.
Oh,
I almost had that for the show and tell also, but I mean, it's shooting things.
Yes, it is. But we shoot nice things. We don't. We shoot the deer, but they get to stay.
A couple years ago, my brother and I, there's a shooting range in Ohio. One spring, 3 fawns would come right out on the shooting range as we're shooting, and they wouldn't care. They'd walk right up within
Wow.
of us. They wouldn't even flinch.
Okay, who do we have who has another item that wants to share?
Yep,
I've
so-
got 3 items.
Yeah, we don't start till 7. So
Oh, that's true. Well, we'll leave my little sharing item in there, and then we'll take off officially at 7, I guess.
yeah,
but-
so we thought what we do, if you think it's good, is just kind of do like one thing or 2 things, and then we'll move on to the next person. So, and then we can come back around and we can share more, and hopefully it'll motivate some people to go, oh, you guys need to try or whatever.
Yeah.
Get some So Wolfgang, you don't have a camera though, so you won't be able to share. Mike Koenig, do you have a camera on your? Larry does. Yeah. Do you like Larry or Lawrence?
Larry.
Okay, I thought so. It says Lawrence there, but I was pretty sure you liked Larry. So, so Larry's got a camera.
I have a camera, but I don't think you share.
Was that Mike? That was Mike.
That's Mike. Yeah.
Mike, you're a big gearhead. You're out doing all sorts of cool stuff. I think you have a lot of good tips. You know, you've been a pro for a long time.
No, not really. You must be thinking of somebody else.
And I've been out on your site.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, I wouldn't say I'm a pro, but it's a good hobby. It's a lot of fun. Been doing it for 35 years, and hopefully I'm getting better at it.
I think that Mike and I got very similar tastes in locations and shooting styles.
I think so too. I think we've been to some of the same places.
Yeah, or very similar.
Yeah. I'm hoping we get some snow this year.
You're not going to shoot stuff today? I know you didn't have a camera for a while, but.
Well, and if they don't have a camera, they can always just tell us what the item is.
I've got some stuff I can share.
Okay, good.
I just need screen sharing is all I need.
Okay, good.
I have pictures I can show you, but my camera's on my other computer, so.
Okay. Well, and that's a good idea too, Wolfgang. Like if you have you want to bring up something on your system or anyone else, you can just she'll screen share. Okay, here comes Peter Dominowski and Gayla just came in.
There's a bigger screen.
Hi, Peter. Hi, Gayla.
Hello, hello. I guess I'm here. I can't even see myself, but apparently I'm here.
Boy,
Good.
my lighting is a bit harsh.
Yeah.
Hello, can everybody hear me?
Yep, we
I
can
can
hear
Yes.
you.
Oh, there I am.
Hi, Peter.
Hi again.
I
How's
hear
it going,
you're
Nice
everybody?
background.
I hear you're going to Antarctica.
Brenda,
Yes,
can you hear me?
I was the
Hi,
bad
Gayla. We can
influence
hear
here.
you. We can hear
Okay,
you.
I can't hear you guys, so hang on.
Okay, we hear you fine.
You were the good influence, Peter.
That could be the first in my life, Jim. We'll
Next
see in a year
Wednesday,
from now.
We'll
No, I
have
can't-
lots of time to talk about that.
I'm going over to Peter's, one of his favorite places, Ding Darling.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely one of my favorite places.
So we think that there'll be very few tourists here yet, you know, because it'll still be December before they come to visit Grandma. So we're going to run over and see if it might be easier than being bumper to bumper traffic throughout the park.
So when are you going?
Next Wednesday,
Oh, good.
every Wednesday we go on a day trip somewhere to photograph. So tomorrow is Chihuli's Museum, the Dolly Museum,
Oh. So the Dolly is one of my favorite places. It's free if you got the Fort Wayne Museum of Art membership. They got the reciprocating agreement. So that saves you $25 right off the bat, just getting in the door. But take your camera in there. That's stunning.
Yep, I've got all my gears loaded up. Like I got to take it apart. Let's see, Brian wants in.
Well, I'll be happy to hear how you do it, Ding. Usually the island itself is bad, but for photography, even in the worst of tourist season, there's always a place to put yourself and or your tripod on your camera, depending what you're shooting with. And the birds are accustomed to people, so.
Yeah, I went last year with Jim Whoopi. We met over there.
So
So
it was
Jim and I did as well.
a week or so after you were there, Peter.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we live in Southern Florida, so I just came up and met up with Jim while he was there.
I'm hoping to in a year or two myself.
Oh, making plans, huh?
Well, I guess that means Jim will be here too. All right, what do we got for time? Okay, it's just turning 7. We got Brian. Hi, Brian. Can you hear everybody? Doesn't have sound yet. Brian?
You can't see you.
I don't know why you can't see me. I don't know what happened.
Okay, your camera's off. Let me see if I can turn it on for you. Let's see.
No, that's okay. Just leave it off because I usually use a different computer.
Your camera is at the bottom left of your screen, Gayla. It has the mute button, and then next to it says stop video or video, and you just click that little. It's supposed to look like a video cam. It's bad.
Okay, I see where it says start my video on Zoom.
Yeah, and so then that will start that we can see you, and then that's helpful if you're going to hold up anything and show us any of your cool gear.
Okay, well, I don't think you guys really want to see what I look like.
Oh, come on. No one's had a worse week this week than me.
Chris did hospital time, but actually I think it's really helpful to see everybody. I mean, that's more like a meeting than
All right. See if it works.
for me, Gayla, for me.
Mhm.
Oh, there I
wanna see
am,
you.
looking like Christmas. Oh, my webcam popped up.
I Zoom every Sunday with my 2 sons. The one's in Los Angeles and the other one's down by Indy. So
So you're a pro.
yeah, I'm kind of used to it.
We do family Zoom too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do too.
I kind of like it. I want it, like, even once we get through all this craziness with the virus and stuff, I think I want to keep doing it.
Well, yeah, with my son out in Los Angeles, it's kind of hard to go back and forth very often.
This is the only time I've ever used Zoom
Really?
And we've got
for the club. Yeah.
It's kind of
Zoom
fun.
version.
Oh, there's Brian. Okay, great.
Oh, there he is.
I can hear you.
Okay, so Brian, is Doug coming?
You know what? He messaged me back, and I just a couple minutes ago messaged him back asking if he was going to be on tonight. But he did, message me about some stuff. So.
Okay. So what Chris and I talked about earlier, and anybody has a better idea, jump in, was just that we'll do like, I'll can talk about a couple things for a couple minutes, and then we'll go do somebody else, and then we can come back around as people have more stuff. But instead of just talking for 10 minutes on all my stuff, kind of round robin around, and Chris will share screen. So if you want to show a photo you took with certain gear or whatever, you can share your screen, and you can hold up anything on your camera.
Yeah, actually, Brenda, I turned the settings on where any participant can click on share screen.
Okay, perfect.
So anybody should have the ability to do that, and it's in the controls down in the bottom, kind of in the middle of that big long line.
The big green
share
button.
screen.
Share
Yep.
screen. So, and then in between, then I've got some business things. So do you want to do a little bit of business first, Brian, while we're waiting for people to come on, or do you want to just start?
Yeah, that would be good. Let's do a little bit of business stuff or whatever.
Okay.
And then I've just got a little bit of what Doug was talking about here too, so I can mention that. So
great. Why don't you do that? So for anybody who doesn't know, Brian Surratt is our president, and so take it away, Brian.
Okay, give me 1 second because for some reason I lost the screen here. So there we go. Okay. All right. So Yeah, I had messaged Doug because it had seemed like he was maybe getting swamped with some things in his life that, was keeping him from, keeping up on doing some of the things we need to have done. I just messaged him about it, and he said that he thinks it would be, because of what's going on in his life right now, it would be best for him to not be the lead position for workshops, but he would be happy to, like, he's available for us in a supporting capacity for anything that we need in that area. So I think that if we could have, now I know Kris is part of that too. Do we necessarily need a lead in that, or?
Definitely. You gotta have
Definitely.
somebody schedule stuff and.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so, to schedule, yeah, the scheduling part of it.
Well, then Kris, is that something that you would be interested in?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, for the lead for the workshops and stuff?
Yeah, and then just kind of keep everybody in the loop and so we can keep ideas coming in.
But Doug still said he'd be able to help with
Okay.
some things, just not, so, it's one of those things where I think that, you guys just need to communicate between each other and with us too, with me, and, just keep me on the text messages or whatever, and, we can coordinate some things.
Okay.
Yeah. So you, Doug would be helping you, and then have you talked to, is Deb on here? Deb Slay at all?
She's not on tonight, but I have talked to her, and there was some talk of having her talk about food photography. So I'll check with her on that.
Okay, but also,
She said she hoped she could come on later. She texted me that she texted the group that she was tied up and would try to get on later. She wasn't sure that she could get it done. So.
Okay, but Kris, is Deb also someone? Did she ever express any interest in, helping in that?
Yeah, Deb and Melanie, going back to this summer.
Melanie, and Melanie,
we had all talked about kind of making it a team effort.
Okay, so I mean, if you can kind of help corral them, and I will too, to like have you guys be a team with maybe you be the leader.
Okay.
In that.
We'll give it a shot. I'll message them. I just was kind of confused on what was going on, but didn't want to step on anybody's toes.
Oh yeah, no toes being stepped on. Just we got to communicate. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're dealing with unprecedented things going on.
Exactly.
In all of our lives right now. So.
And you got to stop hurting yourself too. So.
I know. I was before 7:00 when there was just a few people on. I was talking about how I've had a bad 2020 with. I was in a car accident in June that totaled our van, and was injured from that, and I think that kind of exacerbated some of the things that led to me having a back issue.
The back issue. Oh, okay.
This week.
Yeah. Oh, that'll do it.
Because I mean, you guys know photography is pretty active.
Yeah.
So, being injured, it kind of just sunk my summer. But
yeah.
But
that sounds like a plan though for that.
Okay.
Okay, and that would be great though. If we could get Deb to do a food photography one, that would be really interesting. Don't you guys think so?
I think that'd be really great.
And I still kind of want to follow up on that idea of doing like a one-on-one interview with individual club members and post those.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a lot that we could learn. You could show some of your favorite images, how you got into photography, what you're working on learning right now, and just anything.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. And you learn about some of our fellow club members a little bit more, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So a little deeper. So about how they work and their artistic and creative ideas and, you know, so, okay. Yeah, that sounds really good.
Okay, so so it's 10 after. So Sue, do you want to lead off with your new gear that you just got?
Oh, you
Well,
just got some stuff, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna find it. I got some new filters I got from Hunt's.
Oh,
I've been following John Gregor's Facebook. I bought one of his photographs, and I've gotten his books, and he's real interesting.
He's the guy who did the
Person.
night sky.
Yeah, he seems
workshop.
like a real down-to-earth, nice person. And he really, I don't know, has a good photography ethic. So anyhow, then through him, I got to be friends with, gosh, now I can't think of his name.
Alan Semelian, that's with Hunts.
Yes.
yeah,
So
okay.
Yes.
So we have our own rep at Hunts for the club, and if you use him, he'll include extra stuff, and then the club gets credit if you mention you're with the club, and we get credit so we can bring in speakers, like we can do speakers virtually, and Hunts will pay for
Yeah.
them.
Right.
And so Alan is our rep, that if you call him for stuff.
Yeah, that's a
Right. Well,
great,
so anyhow,
great deal.
these are little gizmos, so you can put the filters on. Like my lens is pretty small around, and so these are like adapters. And
Is
so-
it one of those square? Is it one of those square ones that
yes,
that you put different sizes on it?
yep, exactly. I guess.
So you have ND filters, so you're you have like a 3 and an 8 that you're piling on. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So really, I've only used it one time because I just haven't been out
Yeah.
taking any photographs because my other hip went kaflooey now.
Sue and I are both going to be bionic for 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
But I did use them when we met down at Promenade Park, and and Kris helped me put them on because I
Yeah.
had just never used it. I'm not very good at. I'm not an engineer. Put it that way.
What brand are they? Did you mention that?
They are Benro.
Benro. Yeah. You know, I was looking at the Benro ones before. Those are super nice.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they were pretty expensive, but I did get a deal on
Yeah.
them, so I was happy.
Hmm.
And so yeah, I just need to be able to get out and use it more. But
Yeah,
I was
right.
happy with what
The
happened with them.
waterfalls.
Oh
So
yeah, the water.
That's my only, and I don't have any photos to share, so.
But also, if Mark was saying waterfalls, but also your car trails, that'll really slow down your,
Get
for
some
car
downtown things.
Oh, will it? It
Yeah.
will?
And also anything bright. So like if it's sunset but not dark yet, it'll give you that. It'll streak your clouds for you and all of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can use a slower shutter speed to still get a proper exposure.
So
Yeah.
let's say you wanted to photograph the bird statue at Promenade Park, but there's 10 million people walking by it and they're going to ruin your shot. You just
Yep.
run a 2-minute exposure in the middle of the day with all your things stacked on it, your NDs, and all the people will disappear because they're moving.
And
As
it
long
doesn't
as
get
they
blown
don't
out.
stand still, yeah.
Yeah,
And it
so
doesn't
that's
get
how you
blown
do it
out.
that's how you do it at the Eiffel Tower. That's how you do it at the Coliseum, wherever
Yeah.
you're photographing where there's crowds.
Right.
Just stack your NDs and just let it sit.
Good
I've had
idea.
some waterfall pictures and about 30 people, but you don't see any with a 6-minute picture.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah,
Yeah,
That sounds fun. I need to get some of those.
yeah.
yeah, I love long exposure.
Yeah, you
photography.
can, I'll have to look up the company that makes them, but you can also get a clip-in neutral density that goes over your sensor.
Oh, really? Wow.
Oh, inside,
Uh-huh.
between your sensor and your lens.
Oh, wow.
I'll dig up the company that makes it, but yeah, you can get a clip-on thing for the inside of your camera too,
Cool.
like sunglasses for your sensor.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's pretty cool.
All right, do we want to go? I've got people kind of here at a Brady Bunch grid. Do we want to just continue around the grid?
Well,
Well, because I can tie in and fit in right with Sue's long distance or long exposure lenses with her ND is, so this is the a platypod. Let me back up so it fits in more. So it is just a flat base. I'll take the camera off, but you can see I have a big camera on it, works fine. And it's a flat tripod. And why you might want this is that I was saying earlier, you can walk into a museum or a church, and this is your tripod. So nobody cares that you're putting that on the floor and shooting. And this is a little tiny Benro, same brand you just had, Sue, head, and then the platypod. And the platypod comes with straps to go through so you can put it on a tree and hold it like this way to shoot, or it comes with screws that you can screw down into a piece of wood or like a railing at a, viewing a waterfall, Mark. It also has rubber feet, so a rubber mat. So it comes with all of that. And then I'm just going to share screen and just show you a picture I took with it, the first picture. It's not showing yet. Let's see.
Sorry if you hear me typing. I'm making a list of
Oh, that's okay.
what people
That's
shared.
cool. Yeah, cool. That's great. And then we can share that on the Facebook page and stuff too.
I don't know why my Facebook isn't, my Lightroom isn't coming up. There, it's on. The screen share is paused. That's why it's confused. Okay. Okay, I'm waiting for my Lightroom to load up here. Doesn't like sharing the bandwidth with all of you.
If you like macro photography, that tripod, whatever you want to call it, that you're showing there on a table will be nice for some macro in a controlled environment. Lay that on the table. You don't have to worry about the legs of a tripod.
Yeah.
Yes.
Part of my my gift suggestion or whatever, I had a platypod too, but I'll just share part of mine with that goes with the platypod.
I couldn't get to my Lightroom with it to show you a picture I took in New York City climbing. It wouldn't let me get to my screen. Climbing down the hill to shoot the city from on the water level. And I was able to climb down, use the rubber feet because I was on a rock going like this and my camera all tipped up like this to shoot the old piers across to the city. So,
cool.
How do you spell that platypod?
Platy. Oh, there's something's up, but that's not what I wanted to share. Let me see if I can get real quick to what I was doing. Platy.
Nice.
And then pod.
That wasn't a shot, but you can easily do that. I was just trying to get into the. This is a this is a platypod shot inside
Oh yeah,
of a mall shooting up at the ceiling.
I remember seeing that one. That's a great one.
Let's see if I can.
That was shooting straight up.
Just shooting straight up with the platypod. Yeah, here we go.
Nice.
And then this was my first shot, and this is where more ND filter would have been useful. As you can see, there's still some movement in the water. I didn't get that smooth, but I climbed down a rock is stupid, climbed down, but as photographers, we pride ourselves on stupid. So climbed down that hill, over a fence, down a hill, and then put my platypod, you know, on a rock to shoot down those pilings.
I don't see the new with the water one.
Yeah, you don't have the water one on there.
Okay, hang on. Let me see if it'll do it now.
We were still looking at the ceiling of the mall.
Oh, sorry. Okay, now you should see.
Oh, there.
Yeah, that okay. I remember that photo. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so you have to stop your share when you move screens, and like, so when I move from one picture to another, it doesn't continue to share what I'm doing. You have to stop your share and then go to your new share. So anyway, the platypod, let me see if I can do stop my share and go to the, I had it marked so I could show you the costs. Okay, so at Hunt's, oh good, now it's gone. At Hunt's, it's $89 for it. Go back to the share. It's $89 for 2 of them during Cyber Week.
Brenda, this is Johnny Lehman. I'll just add, Platypod has a whole bunch of package sales going on right now. If you go to platypod.com, you can get them through Hunt's too, I'm sure, but they've got just a ton of stuff on sale right now at very good deals.
Right. What are you guys seeing? What are you guys seeing now on my screen?
Hunt's.
Okay, the Hunt's page, yeah, but it jumped off.
The main page, yeah.
Okay, great. So I'm off this, so now you should just see the group of all of us, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. We can move on. So Johnny, do you use one?
Yeah, I actually got a second one with the package deal this week. I've got their goosenecks that I use with some loom lights and some things like that. It's a really totally versatile tool. It's very, very cool.
Yeah, the goose lights. I mean, the goosenecks with the lights are what one of the things I was going to show, because those are awesome. I love them.
Well, do you want to go, Brian? Because it'll fit with that.
Yeah,
I just showed it.
I'll show those right now then.
And that platypod probably is lightweight too, isn't it?
Yes, Susan, it's so light, Sue, and so it's great to carry as a female who's, you know, not willing to carry that backpack that Jerry carries. Jerry
I couldn't do that.
Jerry has the biggest gear backpack of anyone on the planet, and he's so brave to be able to carry that stuff. I cannot do it.
No.
So I don't know if you can see it, okay, but this is one of the this is actually two parts, 2 of the goosenecks that you can screw together to make a longer one. And I had gotten one of those package deals last year, and where I had gotten the platypod with the Benro head, like you have on there, the ball head, and then it came with 2 sets of these, so I can make them extra long. And basically, you just take your platypod and it will screw into the corners of it, and then you can take one of these little small
Lytra.
Lytra. It's a Lytra light. Wow. And you can screw it onto the end of that, and then basically you have 2 arms with a light on each end, and they kind of, you have the camera on it, and then they will go over with like, and then you can shine the lights, both lights down on your object when you're doing macro.
Huh.
And
So
that's,
those bend?
they bend, yes.
So
Yep, you can,
that'll be
can
really
bend them.
like how they'll do food photography.
Yeah.
You know, is it, he can do real macro stuff with that setup?
Yeah, so they work great though. I got 2 of the Lytra lights, and you know, the arms that connect to the platypod, and it's the perfect macro setup.
You got it
So,
from Hunt's?
No, I had gotten this last year directly from Platypod. With, you know, they had a bundle deal for Black Friday last year too, and
I see.
so I just picked it up that way. But they do have pretty good deals.
You can check, like Johnny said, you can go to Platypod or you can check Hunt's
Yeah.
and see what the pricing is.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll bet they
But,
have
but
bundle deals going right now, and they are really priced well.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's you know, this week is when, that's why we wanted to do the meeting now, is because this is a week where everybody
Cyber Week.
go, oh, I could have
Right.
put those goosenecks on my list. My kids have been asking me what I need. I want a platypod. Now there's 2 different sizes of platypods. Get the max, unless
Yeah.
you're shooting just a little more of a point and shoot type camera. If you're shooting what Brian was showing, or you're shooting this, you want the max. It's not much bigger. It doesn't weigh much more. And so you'd be fine with the small suit if you don't see yourself moving up. Yeah, the little one.
So that was that was one of the things I had. So
Right. All right.
yeah, so somebody take it from there.
So okay, Kris, if we're doing Brady Bunch, you're up.
Okay.
Who's next?
I'm going to hit you with some rapid fire real quick for mine, because I'm going to get up and try to walk around break. Attempt to. We'll have to turn the camera so you don't see me limping around. Anyway, so here's a bunch of stuff that I had for tonight. The first one is I'm hoping Santa brings me a plamp for Christmas.
Oh, clamps.
So have you guys heard of, those of you who do, yeah, you know the plant. I really want one.
I own a plant, yeah.
You like it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it's basically like, here's one, oh, sorry, screen share. Yes.
Larry, Larry, hold yours up.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Okay, you guys can see my screen. I'm on B&H.
Yep.
Yep.
B&H, okay. So, yeah, plamp. Everybody's got the plamp. So, I am late to the party. I didn't realize until I joined the club how much I really like macro. So, yeah, here's one that can clip onto your tripod that has the little gentle pincher. And I like that you can do this like the sidearm for a little reflector or scrim. You can get the little extensions for it, an extra stake. Here's one that just stakes in the ground. And so I've been trying to remind myself, hey, your tripod will reverse the column and you can put the tripod down low. So, and you can buy all these extra little doodads for it to add things to it. So hoping for a plamp. The other thing, and I apologize for doing a bunch of mine at once, but I need to.
No, that's okay.
I need to get up and take some medicine and walk around and then come back. The other thing I just got recently, last month, was this is a company called Quartet.com, and they do glass dry erase boards. And I love dry erase boards. I love to, I know, write it down, see it, remember it type of person. I still use a paper day planner. But glass dry erase boards clean more fully than a plastic one does.
Okay.
They don't stain like a plastic one does. And I got this item, which sits in front of my computer keyboard, and it sits at an angle we'll see if it'll come up here. But it's basically like maybe 6 inches tall by about a little less than 24 inches across. And it has a little tray at the top for a marker. And then it has a little slide out plastic tray that comes out from the side. But just your most urgent things that you need to get done for the week, things that you absolutely have to get done, it's right there, right in front of you.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
So I don't know why it's not
Your Zoom is probably using up some.
using up too much memory. Yeah. So anyway, it's this little guy here, and I've got my webcam.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So-
the next generation sticky note, huh?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, exactly. No
I guess-
sticky notes.
I guess so. Then let's see. Snap Totes is one I wanted to share with you guys. Snap Totes is great. They make custom printed wallets, purses, tote bags, keychains, and they print on like a high quality polyester. And the printing process is very clear. It's very nice. So I've ordered purses from them, keychains, little coin purses and stuff before. And it's really great quality. And it's made here in the USA in Missouri. So there's other places that do purses and things like that, but it's pretty nice. They make like wine totes, and but they also make like a 5x8 size journal cover. So if you use that 5x8 size of notebook often, you can make like a custom cover for it. You can make custom can koozies, luggage tags, all kinds of fun stuff. What else did I have?
At a wholesale place, Kris, where you buy them and sell them, or you're just buying them for gifts and what have you?
Yeah, I've bought them as just gifts and stuff too, but you get an even better price if you sign up to get a wholesale account. So you can get a business account and get like 30-40% off the prices you see on their regular website.
Hey,
So,
Kris, I just wanted to mention there's another place that I use for certain things like this that is really good. It's called Zazzle.
oh yeah, Zazzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one to check out too. Yeah.
Yeah, type, but yeah, it's not wanting to let me. I got too many windows open. Story of my life. Yeah, Zazzle's great. And Zazzle, you can pay a one-time fee per year and get free shipping.
I do that.
The Zazzle Black. Yeah.
I do that, and it is worth it. Getting paying $10 for free shipping all year.
And Zazzle has all kinds of cool things. You can have a nightlight made with one of your images. You can have, I have bought a bunch of refrigerator magnets from Zazzle. So, and that's kind of goes along with our Christmas stuff. We try to give mostly handmade, or you ordered it from something you made, or you bought local. We try to do as much of that as we can for the holidays. So I think a photo printed gift still counts as handmade.
Yeah.
One of the other things that I wanted to show was Animoto is a place where you can make slideshows, and it's
cool.
really cool. It's ANIMOTO, Animoto, and you can make like I made little promo videos for social media. And for example, here's one. It can be 1:1, it can be 16:9. You can make a copy of a slideshow and change the aspect ratio, and then just go back in and tweak little things and have another version of it.
Yeah, that's
And
cool.
it's drag and drop. It's so easy. And they've got just thousands of templates. And it comes with a huge library of royalty-free music. So no worries there about having to go and buy expensive music to be legal.
And is this like something you pay for?
Yep.
Or-
It is something you pay for. So you can pay annual or you can pay monthly. Obviously, annual is a lot less expensive, but it's like here, the professional is an average of $22 a month. You pay for it yearly at $264. But to be able to do a flashy ad on social media with little work is worth it, I think. And they even make 4 to 5 aspect ratio for Instagram stories. So this kind of goes along with like Canva, Overly, different places like that allow you to do social media marketing things. So
yeah, that's neat.
Something to consider.
It says free right there, Kris. What was free? Like what, if you don't, what does it say about the free?
Standard features is you get up to 720p, which would be fine for, just posting on social media because most people are watching on their phone or iPad anyway. You only get a choice of 50 different music tracks, 3 different fonts, and 30 different color swatches. So you don't have as much control over how it looks. But, if you've got a subscription to royalty-free music somewhere else, or you can use, the guy Kevin MacLeod that allows people to use his music everywhere?
No.
No? Okay. I'll look that up and I'll put that on my list as well. You could do a free version.
Yeah, you could do a free version and try it out at least and check it out. Yeah.
I used other services in the past to do this, and I just keep coming back to Animoto, even though I have to pay for it because it's just so easy that, I can make a copy of a show that I did and then change the aspect ratio. And
and for someone like you, with a business and being so busy with it, that makes all the difference.
Yeah, and it's flashy. Quick and flashy is what you need to get people's attention. So I like that I can change the colors up and make the color match the clothing or the scene, and so it looks all harmonious. And you can do just text slides. You can do photos plus text, multiple photos plus text over top of the photos, and it's just dead simple to use.
Cool.
Really slick. And the only other thing is I love MagMod.
Yes.
I love everything MagMod.
So do I. Everything.
So what he's showing here is he's changing gels on a softbox, and I have multiples of everything MagMod makes. I can't say enough good things about them. When we did our outdoor at the Promenade Park get together, I was talking to people about changing their white balance and changing the color of the sky. So my favorite trick with MagMod is to create a sunset out of nothing, which is stupid, dead simple to do. You just make your white balance to make the sky whatever color you want. And sometimes you have to use that blue, amber, magenta, green secondary white balance settings. So if it's like getting into the evening but the sky is really blah, I'll crank my color temperature up to like 10,000.
Okay.
And then to light the people, because I do portraits, I work with people a lot, you have to correct, otherwise people are going to be pumpkin orange, right? So I use a full CTB, color temperature blue gel on the flash, and that counteracts the orange white balance and makes the people look normal. They don't look smurfy, it just counteracts the orange.
That's wild, yeah.
So I can make the sky green, I can make the sky purple, I can make the sky deep, deep blue. So it's wonderful, and they have other stuff too. Everything's magnetic, so it goes onto the flash. They have snoots, and the snoots collapse like a little collapsible colander in your kitchen. The snoots I use a lot for ring shots for weddings, but I have used like a light off-camera flash and used a snoot to do a flower photo, doing macro.
Mm-hmm.
to get like kind of dramatic light on a flower.
Yeah.
And you can use these snap-in gels to create like fake sunset haze over to the side of your people or flower or whatever you're taking pictures of. So it's pretty slick, and they have a la carte or beginner setups that you can get, so you can get going all in one shot with it. But I don't know how I ever lived without it.
Yeah.
It's just wonderful.
I was surprised how much MagMod stuff you owned.
Yeah, well, at one time I had me, my daughter, and her fiance all shooting weddings together.
Yeah, yeah.
But now that they're busier and working a ton of hours, they don't have time to go on big weddings with me anymore. So I'm back to booking small ones that I can handle on my own.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I had enough for all three of us to be using that stuff all at once.
Yeah, it's great quality stuff, though.
It is. And, you know, it seems like it's pricey, like a beginner kit is like $90 or so, but it gets you all the basics to get going. And unless you're doing like fancy portraits all the time or shooting weddings, a beginner kit is probably going to be just fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that's the basic stuff that I have. Boy, do I sure do love that glass little whiteboard thing. That's been a new addition to my desk here just in the past month, and it's really wonderful. So
that's cool.
All right.
Well, thank you.
All right.
Who's next?
Brenda, I'm going to turn it over to you. I'm going to go take an ice break.
You do that.
Okay.
Yep.
So just, yeah, you're going to turn off your screen share.
She's already
Thank
gone.
you.
Oh, we've got just Jim showing now. Okay, who wants to share? Let's do that.
Well, I got something.
All righty.
We need, can we get rid of the, there we go.
There we go.
Mine is wearable. And when I get outside and hiking, I've gotten used to the camera sling strap across my neck, but the camera flapping around on my side, and I always got to kind of hold it in, you know, to keep it from flopping too much. A couple of years ago, I had plans to go to the Grand Canyon, and I was going to have a backpack. I was going to have my trekking poles, and I didn't want the camera flapping around on my side. So what I did was I got, you know, I even asked John Engelman what he did when he went on his big outings, where he stored his camera when he was hiking.
Yeah.
He said it's in his backpack. And I thought, why would the camera be in your backpack when you're hiking in all this spectacular area? You want to be ready at the spur of the moment. So I went out and I found this thing called a cotton carrier, where the camera has a small notched a base on it where there's some flats built into it. So you put the camera in this little latch right here, you rotate it down, and you can strap it in, and it's nice and secure, and you can hike, and you can use your trekking poles, and as soon as you see a scene, it's this quick and it's ready. It's cool. It is nice. I did the Grand Canyon with it, all 5 national parks in Utah. And last summer I was up in the UP of Michigan on Lake.
I like that.
Lake Superior shoreline. It's
you adjust it? to ride a little lower?
It is very adjustable. All kinds
And
of.
what is it called again, Jim?
It's called a cotton carrier. I've got the box here. So this is the manufacturer. Cotton carrier.
Okay.
And somewhere around $100.
Then you had your backpack on over your cotton carrier.
Yeah. Well,
so that you could throw off your backpack and get your lenses, and then now what about your strap? So it's not attached to your cotton carrier. So when you take it off, you need to be careful because now you don't have a camera strap.
right. But once you're through shooting, just
Yeah.
put it right back on here.
Mhm.
So we can take off and on.
Just as easy as pulling it up after it's dangling at your waist.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim, how do you put your camera on your tripod then with that gizmo on the bottom?
Well, there's a hole in the base of this specialty
Slide.
holder here that fits the tripod the screw base.
Okay.
So actually that was a concern, and also, but with multi-purpose, and the best part is you got easy access and you got your hands free. So
Yeah.
you can use your trekking poles, or you can do anything else, or whatever, and it's not flopping around. It's very secure. So I was really surprised at John Engelman's response. He goes up to Glacier Park, or he goes South America, or wherever. He's got his camera stuffed in his backpack.
Yeah, you don't want to have your camera stuffed in your backpack.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of I got a camera, photographer's vest, and I used to carry my camera on that because it didn't pull on your neck. And it kind of does the same thing because you got straps going over your shoulder. That might be kind of nice to have too, instead of the strap. The vest is really heavy. That's the downside of the vest.
So I got another item here. It's also wearable while I'm standing up. But this is made by Tamrac. It's called a camera sling strap. And this also goes over your head. So when you're out in the wild, or if you're shooting a wedding, or just want to have two cameras with you with different lenses, so you got some versatility, you just screw these things on, the nice easy screws. And of course, a wedding photographer would love to have this because they're so handy.
Yeah.
You just pick it up and shoot. And when you're hiking, this would be hard to use trekking poles with, but if you're not on a serious hardcore hike and you weren't needing the trekking poles, and this would be fine. But so I got a wide angle lens, and I got a telephoto lens, and
that's awesome.
So Jim, do those bang into you? I had a side strap, and that edge of the camera would just catch my point of hip. It was very uncomfortable. It wasn't really a good way to get it adjustable. So it looked like you could bend over and crack two cameras together.
Well, they're on both sides of you. I just got this just a couple days ago in anticipation of Peter and my big trip a year from now, but where I'm going to want to have more than one camera with me at the same time. And so I've only tried it out. I haven't actually been out with it yet, but it seems, actually last spring when we were down at Ding Darling, I had 2 cameras, and I had 2 camera straps going across my body at the same time, and
what's that one called, Jim?
so this is made by Tamarack. It's called a Camera Sling Strap Pro. Try to get it in here.
Black Rapid also makes one that's very similar to that.
Sure.
Yep. And I have one that is like that, but it's made by Holdfast, and it's called the Money Maker, and it's like it's made out of handmade leather.
Oh.
And I'll show that to you on the screen too. But it works similar to that, Jim. You know, the way and where you can hold 2 cameras. But they do make for my Money Maker, they make these little straps that you can attach to your belt, and they attach to the camera, and they're quick release straps.
Nice.
And so that, like what Brenda was talking about, her concern about when you bend over, that way you bend over and it stays attached to your belt on your side. So maybe they have some kind of item like that you can get extra to do that, attached to your belt.
Yeah.
And it's a quick release.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of way to be able to secure that a little bit tighter to your body.
Yeah. Yeah. And like if you were taking a picture of like a baby, of like doing baby photos or kid photos, you know, you're leaning over and you're not like worrying about your camera hitting the kid in the head, you know. But yeah, those are awesome.
So I got one more item if you want me to do it.
Jim, hang on, and then we'll do somebody else and then come
Now we're
back.
doing
Yeah.
rotate around.
Okay.
Mark, did you want to share anything?
I do, along the subject of macro, is a rail.
Oh.
This is, there we go. Now, along with that platypod, now I took a 3/8 flathead screw on the bottom of a board and put the ball head off of my tripod. And, you know, and it's a bigger board, but for macro where I can put it on the table, I can have my whatever I'm shooting on the other end.
Yeah.
And then all the shakes and bumps and everything is kind of eliminated because it's all on one piece. But what I like here is my camera's mounted on a rail, and it has a lead screw that actually you can really adjust. Now, I've taken pictures with this, and I've advanced every 4/1000ths of it's a metric screw. It's an 8 by 1.25, so I know 12 revolutions will get me 4/1000ths of an inch, or 1/12 of a turn will get me 4/1000ths of an inch. Now, that's not much thicker than a piece of paper.
Whoa.
So that's when you're photographing something really small, like a bee or something like that, or?
Yes, yes. I've got your typical things, outgrowing weeds. That's where a bristlecone, a weed. But this, I can still have it on the tripod, be out hiking, and I can have the tripod collapse down onto the ground, get everything lined up, ready to go, and make those micro adjustments. Now, the use of it would be if you're going to focus stack. And I've been playing with that. And actually, I have a, in the competition this month, photo in there of a mushroom I found. The mushroom was probably the size of my thumbnail, and it was right down in moss, and just the vegetation growing up through it, and this mushroom was pushing up through. I took 52 pictures, making those
Okay.
small movements, 52 pictures to get everything in focus, because
Yeah.
how close I was working to it. That depth of field is so shallow. I will try to screen share what I did.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool.
Here's the 52 mushroom pictures. Is that visible? Can you?
Wow.
Yep.
Hang on, we're in front of it, so I just need to, what there?
Okay.
Yep.
Save
Here
my
is-
seat 52 times.
Now I'm backing through, and right up in this leaf, green leaf here at the top left, you can see the focus distance travel through that leaf.
Yeah.
And that's how thin it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a slice in that leaf that's in focus. And if you come over here, there's only a small section of the mushroom that's in focus. And
Now we're still just seeing the 52. Are you on the bigger picture?
Came on strong, 16,200.
Okay, I think because I have to share
You've got a.
Yeah, and stop share and then
Okay.
move. You can move
Here.
to.
Can you see the photo now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now I got the wrong one. But through the mushroom, well, that's not the really good one. Find it better. There we go. If I can find the right one. That might be the same, but I thought maybe it would let me scroll through.
No, it won't.
Not sharing. Yeah, you gotta go to find the picture and then turn your screen share off.
Okay.
And turn it back on again.
Here, can you see this one now, the mushroom?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, the leaf up here at the top left.
Yeah.
Now you zoom in, and that's the only thing in focus.
That's.
Is that thin slice.
Yep.
Not even a half of a millimeter. All right, now I have to stop share. The finished product is a mushroom where all that has been stitched in together, 52 in Photoshop.
52 of those little slices.
52 of those slices.
Wow.
And there's the result.
Oh, wow.
All the texture of the moss, this leaf.
Wow.
Now,
yeah.
The leaf, if you see, there's blurred areas.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That means I did not take enough slices.
Wow.
Yeah.
But the moss here in the behind is in focus. The moss here in front is in focus.
Yeah, that looks great.
The detail of
the
moss. But it is very interesting. I've been having a lot of fun. But with this rail, because you need that.
Yeah. That's very nice.
Focus.
And who makes it?
That one is Sunway Photo. Maybe $100 for the rail, and it does a very nice job.
Cool. All right.
That's great, Mark. That's
all right.
You know, I've not seen focus stacking for macro, so that was a great example.
And I'm looking at some software, heliconsoft.com, and it is dedicated to photo stacking.
Okay.
You know, Photoshop, Lightroom, that combination, you can get it done. But if you peek into that picture that I just showed you, there are some areas where it did not render it really very well. Now, looking at the photo from a distance, it looks pretty good. But when you start pixel peeping and you know, with macro, that's what you're doing, is you're wanting everything. The Helicon focus stacking is some software that I've been looking at. Of course, Cyber Monday throughout the whole week, it's on sale, so I will probably be getting it because I returned to macro lenses time and time again. If I take 3 lenses or 2 lenses on a hike, that macro lens is more than likely going to be in there.
Yeah.
It has been my funnest lens by far, and I use it. It's a Sigma 150 millimeter macro. It may be discontinued. I'm not sure. It's one of their older lines. They've gotten into they're kind of revamping their lenses quality wise, but it's like I said, it's been my funnest lens. And macro is one I'll venture out, I'll do something else, I'll always come back to macro.
Yeah.
And it has been fun.
Would you be willing to do like a macro virtual class?
I do that sometime. Yeah, give me
That would
time
be
to
great.
get used to
Okay, I'll mention
the
that to
software.
Kris now that she's going to be our chair for workshops.
Yeah, that would be great.
It is really fun, and you don't even have to leave your yard. You can do it in the winter, the summer. If you have free time and a camera, you'll find something on the ground, on a tree. I also like, because like with insects and things, I've had pictures where I've handed a photo of a spider to a grown man at work, and he's pulled back. He doesn't want to touch the picture, but the detail. And I like it because you can see, you can just, your naked eye, you cannot see it. Even if you pick the thing up and try to look at it, you can't see it with the naked eye. The macro lens. Another one is a Laowa. It's kind of an off-brand, but this goes from 2.5 to 5 times magnification. It's a cheaper quality lens, but it is fun also.
All right.
What's that?
I just said, all right. Yeah, that sounds great.
I have a photo, I can't get to it right now, of a needle with an orange thread going through the needle. And that was a stack of at least 50 photos.
Wow.
And that thread looks like a nylon ski rope. It just looks that big.
Mm.
And it's cool. But like with the insects and the flowers, it's just God's creation that you don't see with your eyes. And it's just neat.
Cool. Well, thanks.
Larry, did you have anything you wanted to share?
Sure. Can you see, am I sharing?
Yep.
Not yet.
We can see you and your finger and your wedding ring.
Yep.
Okay. I was trying to share the image, but I guess I can't do it. But
you can. How you do that is you go down to screen share at the bottom. There we go. Good job.
Okay.
There you go.
One of the challenges I like to do, I'm working on night work, is the foreground light.
Wow.
And I use a flashlight, and of course that's too much light.
Yeah.
And I was watching a video, YouTube, and here is, can you see this? It's a Lube Cube Mini. I'm sure some of you already had that, but what's neat about it, it's diffused light, and you can dial it down to as low as 1%.
Wow.
So you have a lot more control at the foreground without blowing it out. And so that's what it is. But I heard somebody say Lube Cube. This is the Lube Cube Mini.
Lytra cubes are what Brian demonstrated. So this is a Lube Cube. So we got to
L-U-M-E
Cube. L-U-M-E. That's
but, I haven't even used it yet. I just got it. So.
Huh.
Oh, you got some background noise, so I just was keeping you muted so until you're going to talk, because we're hearing a lot of the people talking in your background there. Okay, great, Larry. Gayla, hey, why are you outside? Did your husband throw you outside?
No, I'm in my dining room.
Oh, it's pitch black.
Well, yeah, it is. I turned the lights off.
Okay.
I got, my mother's living with me right now. So I lost my father in August. That's why I've been absent from everyone. And it's different. So I will be here this month, and then I will be back in Florida, Brenda, in January.
Right. Well, I'm doing all the everything from Florida, so it's easy. So
Yeah,
Nice to
I
meet you.
thank Jerry. I left him a big mess, I guess.
Hey,
He had to play the treasurer, so I sent him.
don't worry about that. I got stuff handled. You're fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jerry's got it under control. Under
Oh,
control.
I know. It's wonderful. And I did send you a check in the mail. Hopefully you got it today or tomorrow.
I'll keep an eye out for it.
Okay, it's Beth's check.
Okay.
But really, I don't have anything to share. I just wanted to get back on the computer. I have over 3,000 emails to get through, and
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
haven't
no
even
problem.
been able to pick up a camera.
Yeah,
So.
no problem. It's just good to see you. So.
It's good to see everyone. It's really touched my heart just seeing faces.
Good luck to you, Gayla.
and I'm happy to help you if you. I've been doing virtual. I don't want to call them students because I'm not a teacher, but you know, if you want some help, I have a Zoom account and we just can Zoom and work on stuff. So Irene and I did that yesterday, and I thoroughly screwed her up. So
Yeah, I
I
might
know that
take you up
she's
on
not
that.
here this evening, so you must have wounded her pride or something.
Yeah, I only have like 8 gigs here at my home,
Oh.
but at my mom's house I have unlimited internet.
Okay.
I do a lot of stuff when I get down there.
your mom's place is in Florida.
What's that?
Your mom's place is here in Florida?
Yeah, Spring Hill.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right.
I think that's right an hour away from me in Sebring.
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow.
I'm not very far from you at all. So.
Right. Well, we can social distance at Hammock State Park and Big Cypress and things like that.
I'm not sure what all I'm going to be able to do right now.
Well, bring
my mother's actually living in her motor home in my front yard. So, yeah. We just winterized it yesterday, so I'm planning on moving her into my house. My dog attacked her, so we're having issues.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I have a German Shepherd that did not like her. She
Wow.
she doesn't like anybody, and thankfully my mom had a sweatshirt on and a heavy coat and did not do
that's
anything
good.
but pinch the skin.
That's good.
So.
We need to move
All right.
on.
Johnny,
Yeah.
do you have something you want to share? Johnny,
I'm sorry, I was just wondering if you were talking to me. I didn't get as prepared as I planned because a friend that I haven't spoken with since last summer called and I was on the phone, but I do have something to share that's sitting on my desk. So I'll bring that up.
All right.
And this is because I've spent most of my time since being back in Fort Wayne and not in Arizona, where I'd much prefer to be, post-processing and spending my time learning post-processing, and I'm working on color management. So I have myself now handling a little color wheel that I highly recommend, because as you're messing around with, say, flowers and backgrounds, now you can find complementary and analogous and all sorts of cool color things with it. So there's my latest thingy thing.
Huh.
Wow.
And
That's pretty neat.
Where did you get that?
It's very cool. I mean, it's
where did
you
get it?
Amazon. Type in color wheel. I don't remember what I paid for it, but it wasn't a lot of money. But it's really handy, and it sits right by my desktop so that when I'm messing around, I go, okay, what can I do to make it look cool? So
yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
That's a fun thing to have. And there you go. There's my thing for now.
Okay.
Very nice.
Who's next?
Did you have anything you wanted to share?
Who, please?
Mike Koenig?
I've got a couple ideas here. I didn't plan ahead either, but I'll share with you a couple things here.
All right.
My battery's getting really low on my iPad, so if I disappear, that's what happened. So hold on here just a second. I'm gonna move to another room. Yeah, we do some Amazon sales and eBay sales. So
Hey, Brandon.
I don't know how many of you have a light box, but I bought one a while ago. And get this turned on here. Yeah, put my camera around. Where's that at? There it is. Okay. Now I got to share my screen or not? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. It's pretty cool. I got it on Amazon. It's Amazon Basics, but it's about 24 by 24 inch. And I back up here a little bit. Room's kind of messy. This is our prep room for our inventory, but it's a really nice box. It's got LED lights in it. You can flip this up, and then whatever you put in there is just awesome for photographing. Anything on eBay, anything we sell on Amazon, the products, we got to photograph them first. And this has been a godsend. I used to try to do it without one, and you're always dealing with shadows and all kinds of stuff like that. So it's really nice. You can fold this down, and then you can shoot through these windows, and then light reflects off the backside because it's white. So you can open this up, put your camera right through that hole, and you get light shining back on the product from the front side. And then it's also got it has a hole up here too. You can shoot straight down, so it works pretty good that way. But it's been really, really handy for any kind of product photography. It's not perfect. For example, jewelry, very difficult because of reflections, and it picks up the lights off the box and reflects on the jewelry, so it makes it kind of challenging. In addition to that, I also bought another little gadget. I haven't used it too much yet, but it's this little round thing, and it rotates really slow. So if you're going to shoot videos, Amazon allows us now to put videos on the listings. So I can put a product on there and set my camera up on video and just videotape it going around. I had some crystal items, and I shined a light on those, and then it would spin around there, and then I went into the video later on and I removed some of the background. Still trying to learn how to do that, but it was really, really slick for doing that type of thing. And then the last thing is this thing here. It's just a really nice little light. And on the back of it, you can see the brand name there. But on the back, you can adjust not only the brightness, but the color. So it's battery operated. And let's see if I can show it to you. But it really works good for if you need directional light. You can mount it on a tripod. And like I say, you can, on the back here, you can adjust the, get my camera pointer right here. You can adjust the brightness and the color of the light. So I go all the way down to more of a yellow light, all the way up to a daylight light. But
no, that's
I put that
neat.
on a tripod, and I can point it whatever direction I want. It was only about $50 or so, I think. And the battery lasts quite a while. It'll last probably maybe 3 hours. So sometimes when I need a little bit of extra light, I'll fire this thing up and kind of point it wherever I need it to go.
Awesome. Huh.
So
cool.
If you're doing any kind of product photography, this is the setup to have. Works really good, except for reflective things like jewelry. That gets to be really challenging.
That's really great. Yeah, thanks.
Good.
All right. Anybody else?
Wolfgang, did you want to share?
Well, I know that Peter's got something.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I've already. Yep. Mike moved when Peter. So
Yeah.
Yep. Peter, what do you have?
Well, I was a one-trick pony, a wildlife photographer. I don't use a lot of gadgets, but I do have a couple things that are really important to me. I'm a photographer that has to see his images after he shoots them before going out the next day. So I always carry my MacBook Pro with me, and I carry discs to back up my photos. So I like the SanDisk Extreme Pro portable SSD drive. I'm not sure.
We can't really see it. Peter, can you drop your virtual background so we can see the?
That's a good question. Let me see if I can do that here.
If you go down to the video thing, you can just drop, and then we can see it because it just disappears.
Okay.
Oh, you just disappeared.
No,
Ta-da!
My cat decided to come on my computer here.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. All right.
Just when you get to a virtual background, just choose none.
Okay, there we go. I see it. Thank you.
There you go. Thanks.
All right, let's try that one more time. It's the, well, I'm not sure you can see it very well either. I'm not very well.
There you go.
That's good.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. It's a small, tiny, very, very lightweight drive. This is a 2 terabyte drive. This brand new drive in the box that I just got will probably go with me to Antarctica a year from now. And I highly recommend them as backup drives. So when I'm traveling, I'll have my cards and I'll load them onto this for a backup. And then when I arrive home, I'll take the cards, or rather take the photos from this drive and load them onto a more permanent second drive that I keep off site. So,
What was the cost of that,
Yeah.
Peter?
you can get them in 1 terabyte and 2 terabyte. I think I paid a little under $300 this past week during the various Black Friday sales for the 2 terabyte. I think the 1 terabyte was somewhere under or around $200.
Huh.
But they're tiny and they're light. I mean, they
Yeah.
weigh almost nothing
Right.
and they have almost no space.
Good.
That's awesome.
So they're
Yeah.
great.
Did you hold up did you hold the drive up that's not in a box so we can see the drive? Put it in the center of the screen.
Like in relation to your hand.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Can you show how thin it is?
Smaller than a cell phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much smaller in a cell phone,
Huh, good.
width and height. So it's the SanDisk Extreme Pro portable
Wow.
SSD drive.
Wow.
Awesome.
So
Good.
that's what I use.
Peter, do you ever use a NAR box?
A NAR box. I'm not sure I've ever heard of that, Chris.
It's just like, it's a portable download your photos till later item. I was just curious.
No, I'm sorry, I haven't, and I've never heard of it, but thank you for bringing it to my attention.
It's NAR, like GNAR,
Right.
NAR box. Yeah. I don't have one. I just, since you're that type of photographer, I just wondered.
Nope, I'm not familiar with that. And one other thing, which is not really a gadget, but it's to be something brand new for me that I also got in anticipation of my Antarctica trip so that I can practice with for a while, is a GoPro Hero 9.
Huh.
Wow.
And so
Yeah.
how I plan to use that, at least in Antarctica, is several ways. If it is, horrible weather that I don't want to take the Nikons out of the bag, I'll have something totally and completely waterproof that I don't have to worry about to do photography or video with. Obviously, I want to do time lapses. For example, when Jim and I are in the Zodiacs and we're coming from the boat into the shore, doing some time lapses of the shore landings will be pretty neat to have, don't you think, Jim?
But just so none of us trips and falls and splashes in the water or something.
And
Yeah.
the best thing is I got also a long extendable pole, like a professional grade selfie stick. So if when whales, sea lions, and other marine life are near our Zodiac, I will attach this to the professional grade selfie stick, dip it underwater, and take videos of those
Oh,
animals.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Hey,
that would be cool.
is this your first GoPro? Is this the first time owning
This
a
is the
GoPro?
latest GoPro, the Hero 9.
Right.
Yes, I've
Is it
never,
your?
it still literally has.
So it's your first time having a GoPro. Okay.
I've yet to take a shot with it. I've just tried
Okay.
it.
There's just you mentioning going to Antarctica made me think of this. GoPro has a really good protection plan program that works out to like an average of $5 a month. It's like $60 a year. And if something happens and your GoPro gets trashed, they'll replace it. There's a $99 deductible, but cheaper than spending $400 on another one. And it comes with storage.
Yes, I'm 99.5% sure that all came with this Black Friday package that I purchased. Plus,
Good deal.
and
Oh,
so on.
cool. Yeah.
I don't do anything actiony with I have a GoPro, but I just use it for like behind the scenes video of me doing my thing at weddings.
I want to get one so I can GoPro when I'm hunting and attach it to my crossbow.
There you go.
Why don't you attach it to an arrow?
So anyway,
Earl, maybe.
those are the things that I use a lot. That drive, I've used the SSD drive for several years. It's light and small, so it travels well, and I'm looking forward to learning the GoPro and utilizing it definitely a year from now in Antarctica, and perhaps before that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Gary, do you have anything you'd like to share with us? You said you could share screen.
Yeah, I've got some stuff here. I'm back along the line of Jim's concept. I have what's actually referred to as a complete system. Just a second here. Let me move this over. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
That is an Optec, that's a crossbody sling, okay? And that's for one camera. And it would look something like this. If I can get, just a second here. You wear it like that. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can adjust
I've got
it.
one of those. Yeah.
You can adjust that strap any way you want. The one issue I had was it attached at the top of the camera, which I didn't like. I'd rather have it at the bottom.
Yeah.
So what I did is that you can purchase a plate for the bottom like this and attach the camera, attach the connector strap to it on the end.
Ah.
Oh, is that Arca Swiss?
It is.
Oh,
So you can leave this on your camera and attach it on the bottom and have your camera strap attached to the bottom out of your way.
Ah, what a great idea.
And you can just unclip that in 2 seconds and you can put it on a tripod in a heartbeat and be ready to go on a tripod.
that looks nicer than the Peak Design ones that I like so much. That's really cool.
I've had real good luck with these. I've got 2 of them. And if you use 2 cameras, they have a harness like this, and the clips are interchangeable, which means if I put that plate on my camera, it will fit on the sling. One more. It'll fit on this, and you can clip it off and unclip it and clip it onto a sling like this. So you have it on the bottom side of your camera as a permanent attachment, and either go single camera with a crossbody sling or crossbody strap, or 2 cameras, which I use for various situations, weddings and sporting events, that kind of stuff. And if you don't need any of them, you can just unclip both of them and just use a single strap, or just use it like this without it being hooked to anything. And then you can just drop it on a tripod whenever you're ready.
That looks nicer than Black Rapid and Peak Design.
This is part of a system called Optec. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can find them real quick.
Yeah, they're on Amazon all over.
Yeah, this is their website. And they've got a long list of stuff. I've had used these for years and had real good success. I don't use this harness because this strap across here I don't like. So I went for the sling instead.
Yeah.
Because that way I didn't have that crossbody situation. And they're not horribly expensive. I like them, and I don't use a camera strap often. Like if I'm doing an event that's like an hour long, I probably won't use a camera strap at all, just carry the camera. But if I'm doing an event that's I'm going to be walking around for a while, I'll put the crossbody sling on if I just want to put on one camera, or I'll just drop on the 2 camera sling and wear those. Like Brenda's comment is, you do have to kind of keep an eye on stuff to make sure it doesn't bang together. I haven't really looked into a solution for that because it hasn't been an issue for me.
I use the Spider mount system, that thing that I wear on my belt.
Yeah.
Instead of camera straps. That was my solution for things clanking around. But
I've seen that before. Yeah.
But I looked it up on Amazon, Jerry. That one that you were showing is like $25.
Yeah, they're not horribly expensive. They're pretty cheap, but I've had real good luck with them, and they work real well.
Put on your Christmas list. That's a good stocking stuffer. So Jerry, when you want to use the camera, you unclip it as opposed to slide it up and you're still attached to your hip?
Nope, it slides up in both of them. Both of them will slide up.
Okay, so that if somebody hits me, my camera's only dropping to my hip.
Correct.
Right. Yeah, because that's my fear. I don't want to unsnap. I don't trust it enough to.
No, it stays attached to you. And what it will do, let me show you real quick here. There may not be a. You'll actually slide this up. This stays on the. Let me go back here. One more.
Yeah, these things got all kinds of adjustments.
Just slides back and forth.
Yeah.
And you can attach one or the other or both.
Yeah.
And I use this version on the strap on the base, just like this.
Yep.
And that allows me to change back and forth between this and this, or just disconnect altogether. But when you're using the camera, these slide back and forth on these straps. They never come disconnected.
Right.
So the cameras are instantly available. There isn't any unhooking.
Right. And I'll carry my 70 to 200 on my D5 on one side, and my D500 will be a 24 to 70 or a 200 to 500. So you have to kind of weight balance things out a little bit, but they work real well.
Right.
Cool. All right.
Hey, Wolf, did you want to share?
I really don't have anything to share.
Okay, perfect. I'm glad you're still here with us.
Yeah.
Bernadette, did you want to share anything?
Who is that?
Are you here?
She's muted.
No, Bernadette's muted, yeah.
Hi. No, I don't have anything to share, but thank you to all of you because I'm learning a lot.
We are too. There's lots of cool gadgets, which was Kris's idea when she came up with this idea, was that we could, you know, get some ideas and you'd be able to have a few little things you could put on your Christmas list and that kind of thing. So, so everybody's
I've got.
I'll show you.
Oh yeah, Jim.
Real quick, fast one.
Jim's got one more.
Yep, I've got a couple more too. So this is the stretchy strap that's under $10 from ProMaster, available at Hunt's, and it is made out of neoprene. So it stretches. So when that's on your neck, it stretches and it doesn't. It's not a horrible Canon strap that slices all your old people's skin. So anyway. It's ProMaster. It comes in 4 different colors. It makes a great, great gift. You will never regret it.
Cool.
Okay. Jim, you got some more clothes for us.
That's awesome.
Not any more clothes, but a week before Black Friday sales special. Once again, in anticipation of the Antarctic trip, or the Antarctica trip, it's called a DSLR parka, and here's the leaflet for it. It's made by Ruggar, R-U-G-G-A-R.
Hold it up a little bit.
Oh, sorry. So what it is, there's no real electronic warmers in this or anything, but it's a parka for your camera that slides right in here. It can handle up to a 400 millimeter lens, it said. So you poke your lens.
That's wild.
Through this thing. It has tripod mount on it.
Hold it up a little higher so we can see it, Jim.
Yeah.
That is so cute.
I know.
So there's a
That is
plastic
so cool.
window in the back where you can see your screen. You need to be on auto focus or else focused in on what you're wanting to shoot, because you can't get to that part of the lens easily. But once it's in here, you can put your lens hood on and get a lot of protection. And actually, these are just like mittens. They're really warm. Or
Like
you
in the
can,
Yellowstone?
well, or Antarctica.
Yeah.
And
Jim, what brand is that again?
Pardon?
What brand is that again?
Ruggard, Ruggard, Ruggard.
Okay.
And it's called a DSLR parka. So this thing actually has enough openings and zippers where it can mount on a tripod, and up the top, it's got Velcro and a zipper, and you can have access to the hot shoe on your flash. You can have a flash on here then too.
Oh, wow. Huh.
So this whole thing is really warm. There's no actual heating element in it, but it'll keep your lens protected from the elements. It is weather or water resistant, not waterproof, but in this kind of configuration, there's a lot of flexibility here, and
that'll help you out on your trip.
Yeah, you can see all the controls. So you've got, you need to know your camera well enough that you can dial things in and push enough buttons when you're not looking at it. But so you need to have that kind of familiarity with it. But this is a neat idea for out in the elements. Every year I go up northern Michigan, winter weekend with the guys, and I always take my camera. So this is fun.
How much was it?
Once again, this was part of a okay.
$80 on B&H.
Well, with this sale, I got it for like 65% off.
Wow.
So it was less than $40.
Wow.
So it's probably still out there.
Nice.
So this is it. There's Ruggard.
That is so cool. A jacket for your camera.
Yeah. Your hands go in these hand holders in the
Jim, have you taken any pictures with that yet?
Not yet.
Because I'd be interested in hearing about that experience. I've got a rain cover that works like that, and I hate it because
Well, I've
it's
got a rain,
hard to manipulate.
I've got one of these plastic rain ones, or nylon, and yes, I've had to use it before, and it isn't easy, but it was better than nothing, and I made do. But
that looks nice because you might not have to wear gloves. Like you could actually have your bare hands there to work the controls.
Exactly.
And have freedom of movement. That's nice.
Oh,
Are you guys familiar with the gloves that have fingers but
yes, yeah,
cover? I love those.
Those are nice.
For those of you that don't know, there's photography gloves that peel back just the thumb and just the finger, so you can control your camera with those fingers, and then you just pull them right back over the top. It's a little Velcro that holds them.
You can.
And then there's mittens that the whole top pat folds back, and you can use your hand out there, and then you can put your big mitten on.
Quick tip on that, Brenda. If you search for photographer gloves, they cost way more than if you search for fishing or hunting gloves with the little, I don't know what you would call that, the Velcro fingers, trigger finger.
Yeah.
They're $9 at Hunt's. So, I mean, for the gloves. And I got them to just use for everything, because you're trying to use your phone or something and you can't answer a call.
Yeah.
Got a glove on, just flip it back, and so I can use my phone and hit the radio and it moves. And
Nice.
So this parka stuffs into this little stuff sack.
Oh, okay.
It's this big. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Or warm. Warm,
Yeah.
actually, not cool.
Yeah.
So
That's
my
true.
last thing is a Hoodman. Has anybody used a Hoodman before? I know Brian just got one.
I have.
I got one. I got one because of you and Sharm, I believe.
Yeah, and so it fits. It's just a little magnifying glass that fits on the back of the camera. So I go like this. So when you're in bright sun, because I don't go to Antarctica, I go to Africa, and I live in Florida. So you take a picture and you're like, no freaking idea if I got it. So you put this on and it's a magnifying glass. You can look at it at 3 times magnification so you can really see whether you got the thing you wanted to get in focus. So it has a diopter, which you adjust to fit your eye, which is really great because I have really glasses, so I can really get it to fit my eye. There are, price-wise, you're gonna love this. I would get them during Cyber Week. So.
Because I remember how much I paid for mine.
Yep, so. Okay, can you see the hunts or not? Are the hunts? Okay.
No.
Okay, so let me go back to screen share.
But I've loved mine too, since I got it.
So here is I am on B&H, and the B&H price for it is $89, and there's different ones for different size screens. So if you're going to get one, make sure you measure the back of your camera. So it's that's a 3.2 is the most cameras, but I don't want to. And then I'm going to move to Hunts. Can you see Hunts?
Yeah.
72 bucks.
Hey, and Brenda, if you look at Hunts has a retractable lanyard thing that you could put, like, it's got like a little carabiner clip. You could put that on your belt and hook it onto the loop so you don't lay it down in the park.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It has it comes with a lanyard and it does pull off, but you're saying it retracts, so that.
Well, I'm on Hunt's website as well, and they've got a retractable thing. I have a couple of these. I buy them from, I look for accessories for scuba diving. But it's like a little clip that goes on your belt, and like, you know, the old style janitor thing with the extendable thing for the keychain?
Yeah.
Give me a second here. I'll show my screen. This is the item. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Hoodman retractable hood loop lanyard.
Yeah, so
wear it around your neck, right?
Well, you can like clip it. I just don't like anything around my neck. Here it is. Oh, out of stock. Popular. There it is. But it's got like a little clip on the top and then a little extendable thing. 20 bucks. There's somewhere between 12 and 20 when you buy them from like scuba dive brands. But I love stuff like this because I set stuff down and I can't remember where I put it.
Yeah. Yeah,
that would be cool if you don't want to wear the lanyard around your neck. Like if you're already wearing a camera strap.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's awesome share, Brenda.
Yeah, that hood loop is great.
Now, when you get if you get a Hoodman, which I highly recommend if you shoot in the sun, it's so much nicer to put that up and go, oh, that's going to be a great photo as opposed to like,
yeah, I don't know.
I'll upload it and hope I got it. When you get the one that is the magnifier. It's bigger, it's this size, so there's my hand with it. They have ones that collapsible, but it's not a magnifier. I think it's worth having the bulk to have a magnifier because it is, you absolutely know you got the shot and you don't go home and go, I blew that out or whatever and couldn't tell.
Yeah.
So does anyone have anything else? I've got a couple business things I'll mention and then we can get going unless anybody else has any cool stuff.
No.
So Irene had to leave. She texted me that she had to leave, but she has got a bunch of people for our critique corner. And the critique corner is part of our site for members. That is, let me screen share and see if I can get outside. So where you put a photo on and you get, I'm just going to skip sharing and just tell you. You put a photo on and everybody in the group can come and make some comments about what they think you could do better. It's not a like, woohoo, great shot. It's some constructive criticism about how to help. But we now have John Gievers, who's been our judge for years and years, been a top photographer in Fort Wayne, is critiquing for us for no charge. Brian Tomball from Fort Wayne Newspapers is critiquing at no charge on our site. Bill Christie went out and critiqued everybody. So this is the time to put a shot out. You're not sure what's wrong with it or what you should do better or if it's ready for competition, and get feedback from Peter. Peter was out there and talked about a lot of them. I'm trying to get Kris to get out there, but she keeps going to the hospital instead. Our critique corner, and it's a great way to get some feedback. So Bernadette, I'd love to see you try that and get some thoughts on your photos. We have a new scoring regime called Point Score for competitors. So you'll love this. So it totals up our scores of if you won a first, second, third, or judge's choice, and you get a ton of points. And and then it totals them up for the whole season. And so then we're going to do giveaways for those people that get high point scores. And I'll send out an email with some screens on that. But Jim and I are working with the Australian web designer on that, and it's really cool. So Brian is really highly ranked. Jim is highly ranked. Denise McQuillan's highly ranked. Denise just broke Charm's really highly ranked. So Peter, if you had entered more photos, you would be at the top, but you entered like 2 or 3, and so it hurt you score-wise because you didn't enter everything. So just a heads up on that.
Oh yeah, don't shoot countryside wildlife is why.
Yeah. So yeah, but the whole idea is to get you to do a wildlife photo that has a barn in it, and then it's a. So, and then we're going to continue the board voted to continue the season 2 more months. So we've always ended in April competing, and then final competitions in May and a party. And then we start again in September. Well, there's no reason to do that. We're virtual. And a lot of it used to be because everybody was school teachers and took the summers off, but we can do it all year round. So we're going to now add June, July for competing. August will be our year end, and we'll start again in September. So your $25 is buying you like 15% more competitions and more stuff to win. And what you can win are stuff we're going to get people to donate. So from the club. So Denise McQuillan will work with somebody on Photoshop. Brian, you had something you offered, wasn't it?
Me? Yeah. Board, games.
He works for a board game company, so he's going to offer board games.
Board games, yeah.
Yep. Peter is going to offer a free trip somewhere in the world.
Yeah, that would be nice.
So just putting that out there, Peter.
Yeah, good idea.
Downtown.
If I win the lottery, yes.
Downtown.
Yeah.
Wife does
Eagle Marsh.
A lot of art. Jim will be his wife. I want to get Judy Witten does these spectacular semi-precious stones with a wire weave and get some of that, and that so those will, and then Hunt's is throwing in a bunch of stuff, and those will be what the winners will get for that, and get cash for the regular club final. And the year end, just start thinking about this, is going to be your top 4 photos. You pick them. It won't be all your photos like we've done in the past. So it will be just your top 4. You decide who they are. So because we would have over 800 photos in our
Yeah.
final, a PSA judge can't judge 800 photos and write a comment on every photo. So we're just going to do our top 4, and it'll be any category. So Peter, you can enter your top 4. Nature wins. And then Doug is working on our new website. So hopefully, did you get any information on that, Bri, on to when that's going to be done? Maybe he'll have more time with Kris jumping in here.
Well, yeah, what I'll do is I'll come back to him with the information about what we talked about and let him know, you know, so we'll see.
So with the group here, what would you like as far as, do you want once a month some topic that Kris has put together, or would you like twice a month? Since we're not meeting for competition, you know, it's just you put it up yourself and then you get an email that you won or you didn't.
I say like try to do like one workshop a month, or you said a workshop or Zoom meeting?
A Zoom meeting.
Yeah, I'd say probably once a month.
Okay, and then potentially 2 if there's something that comes up or that we
Yeah. Because I think, I mean, you know, people got a lot of things going on. I think once a month is pretty good for it.
Okay, because we used to meet twice a month. So
yeah.
So, but and that meeting was harder than clicking on your computer. But I realized that like through December, January, it's kind of wild for a while. So. Yeah,
and you know, some months we can do 2. You know, depending on what's going on, or if we think of some more things, or you know, we can easily have 2 on some months. You know.
And you know, Mike and Larry and Johnny, do you have any thoughts for Kris on what you'd like to see, what you're interested in seeing, what would make it valuable for you?
I'll leave it at, let me think about it, and I'll drop Kris a line. I haven't put much thought into it, but it's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, what, you know, like if I learned this year, that would be fantastic because somebody would help me with this.
Hey, Kris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have some of that information already collected. I'll send you the sheet with the documentation on it to give you an idea. Okay.
Okay.
That was one of the questions on the new application for the club.
Oh, good. Jerry, do you have time at all to help Doug on the website, or are you, I know you had a lot going on.
He's got some of it fixed already.
He has,
yeah.
He has a thing for about 8 weeks. It's all he did is put the old information on, so it's wrong and it's misleading.
Okay. I'll have to check with him and see what he needs help with.
Yeah, because he's got like the dates of you doing the workshop last year, and he's got that kind of stuff. All the wrong dates.
So he's got to clear the old stuff off of there.
Yeah,
right?
I'll have to get him some new information. Okay.
Yeah, and add the new. Yeah. So
that would be good.
Now.
So yeah, if you can help him on that, Jerry, or you know, at least give him, maybe he's just didn't know what he needed. That would be awesome.
True.
So
yeah,
doesn't have anything. So
I can check with him. That's not a problem.
All right. Thanks.
Well, I think this worked really well, Kris. Great idea, and thanks to Kris for being flat on her back in the hospital 2 days ago, and then being here.
I'm on ice.
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah.
I think I just need to get back active again. I got a little derailed this summer.
Yeah. Well, I think this was a lot of fun. So I learned a lot. I learned a lot myself. You know, it's I love when people just share things that, you know, you may never have heard of. So yeah.
Sometimes you just don't know what you need.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Should we go to the third? And I need it all. Should we go to the third week in January for our meeting? Because we obviously don't want to do the first week.
Yeah, that would be fine.
If we stay with a Tuesday, that would be 12th. that would be the 19th. Does that work for everybody here? I think we can give preference to who's here.
We'll just
19th
set it up.
Yeah, just set it up.
for that
19th.
date.
That sounds
that
good.
work? I mean, it's most important it works for Kris as our host. Does
Yeah,
that work?
Tuesdays are set aside for you guys. So
Okay, cool.
Let's do Tuesday the 19th at 7. And Kris will leave it for you to work on what the topic's going to be.
okay. Speaking of topics and everything, the part where I left to go get ice, I'll have to go back and watch the recording again. But I typed out as best as I could a list of what everybody shared. And I went and found links online. And if Hunt's had it, I put a link to buy it at Hunt's.
Good.
Great. Yeah, we want to support them. And their website sucks. And I mean, they'll tell you that when you talk to them. So you just really want to put Alan and his phone number there and his hours, because he will do anything to make that work. And Irene said that she bought her platypod. She was texting me that she bought her platypod from Hunt's, and they'll meet any price that platypod has on their site. So
Brenda, can you message me and send me Alan's info? And I'll make sure it gets on this list. I'm going to save it as a PDF, and it'll be available on the Facebook group page under files.
Okay, and then so you'll post it and stuff.
Yeah, and I'll name it, the show and tell, and then the date of tonight's meeting, so you can go back and find a list of what everybody mentioned.
Kris,
yeah, that sounds great.
If you'll email it to me also, I'm going to do up a list for Jerry to email out to everybody with the things that I just mentioned, the point score, the corner, the season continuing, and I'll just add that on there, that here's some great ideas that your fellow members.
Yeah. Brenda, I'll send you the Word document then so you can edit it and add your stuff and send it on.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah. All right.
All right,
well,
thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah.
All right, may your stockings be full.
Quick question.
Jim's got a
Johnny Lehman. Johnny, was that your picture in the paper this morning?
You're muted, Johnny.
You're muted.
My picture in the paper, I haven't looked at this morning's paper yet. Where, Jim?
I believe at the Art Museum.
Recently? I don't.
Someplace downtown.
I have not been anywhere local since last fall.
Well, the name Johnny Lehman was down there, so.
Well, there's a Joni Lehman, same name, pronounced wrong. Who's from the from around Decatur somewhere. That may have been the person. I haven't been anywhere in forever.
Okay, well,
maybe.
Winter, we came back in March, and I've been holed up ever since.
All right.
Well, this worked out really well, everybody.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Thanks.
Okay.
Have a great holiday, everybody.
Hi to Annette for me.
We'll see you in 2021. None of this nonsense going on anymore.
I know.
Get it over with.
Yeah. Happy holidays, everyone.
All right. Happy holidays to you.
Merry Christmas.
Have a good holidays, folks.
All right.